Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin. I guess this is kind of a build stream, but well, no, let's just keep it like an unboxing stream for now. But yeah, welcome everyone to another Thursday night optional stream. I see quite a few people online. X-Rogue, that Mr. L, Aaron will no scope, Jazz, and Saddest Boy. Thanks, guys, for joining in so early. All right, chapter 1. Move over to the side there. It came in this box right there. But yeah, it came like this, and this was outside of the box. These look to be their own proprietary stabs or so. But they do look like Durocs of sorts. I can see that same curved design. But you know, I kind of like how they provided it like this, because stabilizer wires tend to just bend, especially in transit. So if you can keep it as straight as possible when it's packaged and all that, you usually get a much better product in the long run. So, just from the get-go right now, I'm not too impressed with the packaging. Looks like I have some damaged packaging too. A couple dents on the corners there. Not superbly well packaged. The packaging itself doesn't really have much of a wow factor, unfortunately. But it does have that magnetic flap here. Got some foam. Looks like that's a polycarb plate. Yeah, and this board is actually available in two variants, the exploded variant and the compact variant. Me and Keyboard got the compact variant. Everyone else, Alex Soto's, Board Bear, Near Lucid, and Clackbait all got the X variant for exploded. So already going to have some bias there, you know, because it's not my preference. Oh, there we go. See, there's the polycarb right there. A packet of foam. Interested to hear what you think of the sound feel for the parts because the X looks great. Yeah, I'll try to keep my biases out of the way, but you know, that's what biases are. They're kind of unignorable. There we go. Here is the plate foam. Multiple layers of case foam. And also PE foam. So two types of PE foam. One is the usual PE foam, like the first type of PE foam that the community first saw. And the second type is more of a shiny variant. This almost looks like it's been crumpled up too. I can see like creases all over it. These are using Kale hot swap sockets. It's a very odd placement for the microcontroller. Microcontroller is all the way on the top. I guess I would position it the top right of the board, right there. It's still using an Atmega 32U4 like most boards in our hobby. See a ribbon cable over there instead of the usual JST connector. There's another ribbon cable over there. I know a lot of people complained about that too. That LEDs, indicator LEDs over here, bottom right. I'm not seeing any form of ESD protection. Here it is. I see it. It's right there. Very odd. Normally, you want to keep your ESD protection as close to the USB port as possible. It stops the damage before it gets further into the board. The fact that it's in the middle right here, right, there's the ribbon connector, there's the other ribbon connector, so I assume it's sandwiched between the two. No, it's not what I would see normally. Here we go. You know, before we actually do the rest of the board, let's see what the rest of this is. Looks like these are the tools. The tools and stabilizer shims. Pauron light blocker. I'm glad that they've labeled that. Yep, stab washers and hex wrench. There we go. Gaskets for top case. Screw pack. Hope S plate. Pauron gasket set. So the fact that they say that means that they encourage people to put the gaskets on the plate instead of the actual keyboard chassis. I'm still going to put it on the keyboard chassis just because, you know, I do plan on getting a different plate in the future. Here we go. Foot pads. We will keep that because we'll put that on the case. Pauron for fixed ribbon cable. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. I see that PVD brass weight right there. Yeah, all throughout, I'm already seeing that this isn't the best packaging job. But you know, whatever. No one's gonna be like, oh man, I really love your board. But if you had included the original packaging, I would have given you $600 more, right? No one's gonna say that. Alright, here we go. Look at that. That's probably the most unique blue that I've owned. I don't have a blue board that is this shade. That looks gorgeous. Holy crap. Yeah, that is a gorgeous blue. Holy cow. Oh man. Alright, let's see what the back looks like. Oh, there we go. This is supposed to be PVD brass. Okay. There's the diffuser right there. I hope that weight doesn't come in scuffed. It's like completely taped up and everything, so it shouldn't be scuffed. So they've got these little metal things right here, which is what the feet should affix to. 4 feet. 4 feet, and you actually have the option of black or white feet. White feet are gonna look so out of place on this one. You guys can see. Do that. So I'm just gonna go with the black feet. Black looks better. Yeah, I'd say the ribbon cable is probably one of the worst things they could do to this board. Should have just been like a regular JST. And yeah, this is completely seamless as well, so you unscrew from the top. Okay, we're just gonna install the feet on, then we're gonna open up the board, check out its internals and all that. Impressed so far because it looks good, but I can't shake the feeling that it's just a imitation of the jelly. You know, that's what I'm getting so far. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, it improves on some aspects of the jelly, but it also does it on a cheaper level, if you know what I mean. There you go, I just put it on there. Pretty sure it is just jelly, but by someone else. It's a hope. You can hope that it's a jelly. Velocifire did a good job with this, then I'm sure I'll be happy with my Sun 68. I've heard good things about the Sun 68, but their other projects were kind of scuffed. Are those feet pretty secure? I'm worried they'll slide off and scuff the bottom if I move the board around. That is an excellent question. We'll try it out. E-foam is overused, but I do have to admit that it is a good sound. If you like that sound, then more power to you. So yeah, for those of you guys who like to keep plastics on your board and stuff, myself included, you have to remove the plastic if you want the magnets to work. Okay, this is a very scuffed peeling experience. The plastic is cut up already. What the heck? Yeah, this feels like a super cheap jelly. It's like they just took regular tape and just taped it on. Did they just use tape? Yes, yeah, I think so. Don't tell me you have plastic on your phone. Not on my phone, but I have plastic on my monitor. What is this? There we go, there we go. I got a big solid piece. Here, I'm gonna turn off my music, because some of you guys like to listen to peeling sounds. I think it's just tape, guys. It's just tape. And that is a scuffed weight, unfortunately. I see staining on it. I'm not, having a hard time showing it on stream, but here we go, here we go. Do you guys see that streak? It's on the left side. Yeah, let's see if I can, like, kind of buff it out, maybe? It's from the tape air bubbles. There we go. It's coming out a little bit. Kind of. Yep. There we go. There we go. I just have to rub it harder. All right, got it. That's what she said. Nice. Yeah, it's not perfect. I'm gonna have to, like, I'll probably grab like a nice microfiber cloth and just go to town on it or something. But yeah, it's better than earlier. Mr. L says, how do you like it compared to the 7V so far? So far, 7V is still higher quality, both in terms of packaging, presentation, and just like the overall vibe that I got from it. Like, the vibe that I'm getting from this is that this is a cheaper jelly. Like, it's still high quality, but it seems like it's a cheap imitation. Oh, that's annoying. Every time I put the board down, I can hear the feet shift. People don't usually just pick up their boards and place it back down, right? I'll have you guys listen to this. That's the feet. Yep, that's... Someone start rapping. Not really the best in terms of implementation. It was a good thought, but yeah. So how about going back and forth if you were to push your board forward and backwards? Nope. Feet are sticking on just fine. All right, how about left and right? That's still fine. It does seem to rattle a bit, though. Okay, diagonal, right? Let's go the other way. Feet seem to stay on, but it's not... I'd say it's not tight. It's a little bit loose, so it shakes a bit. Oh, interesting. Look, it's starting to gather fuzz for some reason. Alright, let's open it up. We will use the included tools. How about that? There it is. Oh, interesting. Look at that. The daughter board is in the weight. That's what it looks like, guys. It's the ribbon daughter board right there. I feel like I have to take apart the whole board. "12 screws to take apart the board so you can get to the PCB." Oh, diffuser's right there. It's a very dainty looking PCB. Alright. Woo! There we go. Okay, let's look at the inside of the top half. Looks very well done. I don't see any tooling marks. No streaking of the anodization either. Not bad. Oh, wait. I see a little chip. Little chip in the anodization over here. And one tooling mark. Also in that same corner. Anything else? Oh, another chip over there. 2 chips. All defects are internal, and they're not big at all. That's good. Good stuff. Let's look at the bottom half. Let's look at the bottom half of this. Yep, some tooling marks on the corner as well. Yep, another scratch there on the bottom. Okay, I'm looking at where the magnets go. Yeah, that doesn't look very good over here. It looks like the bezeled edge has been blunted, like something hit it or so. The QC on this is definitely not as high as the jelly. Here we go. See, Hope S plate pour on gasket set. And look, they even label each individual gasket as to where it goes. So they recommend, or at least the way that this is labeled, is that this goes on the plate. But I don't like doing that. Because if I ever change the plate, where am I going to get gaskets, right? Okay. Just try putting one on for now. This Dabble subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys are right. It is indeed gasket hell time. The least enjoyable part of a build, of any build, really. You guys can watch my hat for a little bit here. Alright, well, I'm just going to put on 2 gaskets right now. But I think after about an hour of unboxing, I have a pretty good feel of my first impressions of the board. From the very get-go, I looked at this as a Jelly Epic copy of sorts. So I think they've improved on the Jelly Epic design somewhat and also offered additional foam and all that. But I can't shake the feeling that it's just not a poorly manufactured version, but they definitely took cost-saving measures in terms of the manufacturing. Like, none of this feels premium to me, to be honest. None of this feels premium to me. It just feels cheap. It feels cheap. Like, the most premium part of this is probably the brass weight, but typically speaking, anything brass tends to feel premium. But the case itself, I'm not impressed. Like, the color is great. The color is, like, brilliant. This is awesome, but, you know, color of a board is not gonna win me over, right? Like, I do wish we would see more blues like this. This almost reminds me of a Cerakote that I once saw. So, really interested to see what particular shade of blue this is. So far, the unboxing experience hasn't been awe-inspiring. Like, I'm sure it's still a good board. You know, the fact that they're trying to make it look like a jelly, but it doesn't feel like a jelly is pretty... When you say it feels cheap, is it like I'd about 80 kind type of feel? Maybe a little bit better, to be honest. Like, I'd probably equate this to be more like a... Probably like a KBD fans kind of board. That's what I would compare it to in terms of like the quality metrics. But I feel like the way that they're presenting it is that it's supposed to be a really high-end board. It's not. It doesn't feel like one at all. The Koku says, got it, thanks. Yeah, if you're trying to... Like, I'd say this is a discount jelly. At least from my unboxing experience, it is a discount jelly. Just so that you can build it, you need to pull out 16 screws, and that's a little too much for me. The other issue that I found was with the feet. While they seem to stay on no matter how I move the board, if you lifted the board a little bit and you placed it back down, you could hear them rattle. So that's like, when you're actually using your board, you won't hear it. Even if you move it around, you won't hear it. It's only when you're moving your board around, right? Arsorel says, the jelly was $389 at launch and this one is $449 with a comparable brass weight. Seems expensive for the build quality. I would agree with you on that. Yeah, like, I still want to build this. It still looks like a good typing, or it seems like it would be a good typing experience and sound-wise too. But it's definitely not a premium board. And I'm saying that not because I'm biased in favor of exploded layouts, but this is just the overall feel that I've gotten from this. Glad you're being honest. I got to be, right? These boards are super expensive. If I'm not honest about how I feel about it, then I could lead people astray. At least we still got the Sonnet, unless that's also a disappointment. I would not compare this with the Jelly. I'd probably compare this with, let's see, what would I compare it to? Maybe it's got the same like feel as an LW75, but the LW75 is not presenting itself as a top tier board. Like it's the same quality as an LW75. That's the feel that I'm getting, but it's trying to present itself as a Jelly. Right? See, so this is my LW75. This is not a premium board. You know, this is not a premium board, but I love it. It did not even advertise itself as a premium board. Anyway, I will keep this board disassembled just because it took 16 screws just to put it all together, or just to take it all apart. So I will not be building this probably not till next week, just because Saturdays are usually my build streams, but this Saturday we've got the Seattle meetup, so I'll be busy. So we'll probably build it this coming Tuesday. Let's try that. See, in terms of switches, I've got quite a few. I'll do KS9s on these. But I'll let you guys know by Tuesday what my final decision is. Quick TLDR. Seems like a decent board, but don't expect it to be a Jelly. So thanks guys for joining in. Next stream is this Sunday. Wilford says, thanks for saving my bank account this time around. Yeah, well, keep in mind, I am just one person. I have one person's worth of opinions, so definitely watch other people's. I would recommend going to the Geek Hack page and watching what all these people say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get 6 different opinions on this board. 2 on the S that I have right now, and 4 on the X. So definitely check out what everyone has to say about it before making your final decision. Alright guys, thanks for joining in. See you on Tuesday. Bye guys.